specifically. We talk about the lower Dantian more than anything, I would think, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's your main place.
Right. And why is that? Why is that the main place? And I'll answer my question. So this is the way that I kind of break it down. So they call that our humanity. You know what I'm saying? That area down there. Basically, we have the lower Dantian, the middle, and then the upper Dantian.
Mm-hmm.
And the lower Dantian, basically, based on these five senses, right? Everything that relate to our humanity or to the human part of us, right, is based on those five senses somehow, some way. And then there's also the awareness of those things that come through those five senses. And of course, for those who are, I say, lucky, or those some people seem to be lucky, they kind of tap into that sixth sense, and some people do it with practice. You know, in the sixth sense is what I would consider to be like the intuitive, more intuitive abilities, and we all have those abilities. But to me, there's kind of like what I would consider to be locked away, kind of like locked up in a treasure chest or something like that. Kind of like they look at them now as being supernatural, but they're not supernatural abilities. They're there for everybody. But what happens is we get so wrapped up into our humanity. That's what ends up actually keeping us from tapping into those things. So that's
So
considered. Go ahead, brother.
civilization killed it.
Exactly. And I was thinking about that as well. So think about this. They call the animals wild. Why are they wild? They're still complying with nature. We broke away from nature. We meaning humanity. We broke away from nature and started becoming these whatever civilized people, but we're not in tune with the natural way by any means, and we must all agree on that. So who's
There's still
wild?
awful lot of animal in us.
Yeah, so we broke away from the mother, from Mother Earth. So we're the we're the wild ones. You know what I'm saying? And you can look, we're living pretty wild.
It was when we switched from hunting and gathering to farming.
That's when it happened, huh?
Yeah, before that, we were all just following herds of animals as they migrated around, taking advantage of the resources on the hoof.
Right. Now some people were
But is
nomadic,
that
but they also had some they would farm, but they would also follow the animals as well. So they were kind of like a mixture of that culture or that
Yeah,
tradition or whatever.
husbandry.
What is it?
Husbandry. It's
Yeah.
not quite agriculture. It's not full time sedentary, but
Right.
taking advantage of certain resources at certain times of year on a regular basis.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They knew exactly how to tune in. So they were in tune for sure. You know, and being in tune like that, you have to depend on natural abilities. These people had abilities to, have precise measurements on things they couldn't even access physically in the sky, or not even physically with telescopes and all this stuff that we have now. They were very precise on all this stuff, alignments of the stars, and you know what I'm saying. So those are higher level abilities that I'm talking about now. So what keeps people from getting there is our humanity. You know, people get trapped into entertainment and all this stuff, and all that stuff really takes us further and further away from where we should be going if we want to tap into that treasure box. And people said that they're looking for the shortcut, and Sifu would say Tai Chi is the shortcut. Yeah, it's one of them, not the only one, but it's based on the process of being able to develop the three treasures. You know what I'm saying? The three Dantians. And
uh,
you had to
comment?
say, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I just going to mention you ask about the lower Dantian, why that's the most important one, and I would think that's got to be the one that develops first because that's where life comes from the mother, through the umbilical cord. So
Exactly.
until consciousness develops in the head and the heart, it probably is established in the lower Dantian.
Yes, that's why we focus on that, and that's why Master Liao would say, even Sifu Ron would say, imagine that we're still attached at the umbilical area. The umbilicus is still attached, but it's attached to the universal mother now. So we want to bring our attention there and breathe into that area, and we can do it all the time. And we'll go back, holding the Tai Chi ball, breathing and focusing there, and really filling that belly up. That brings in the energy into the lower dantian. But a lot of people don't know the method. It's very easy, but most people are basically not spend, I'll say, investing enough time with themselves. Especially in our society now, everything's fast paced. And everybody's on their high, fast twitch.
Yeah, man, kids don't know how to deal with delayed gratification.
Exactly. Adults either, man. Adults are trapped into their childhood like these kids.
Bad tempered and impatient.
And hey, once again, going back to the getting into emotions. So the emotions can also keep us from getting up into the higher levels because here we are. We got to open our heart on the second layer. That's a big one for most people, opening our heart. And what does that require? Some humility. And what does that deal with? Wow, the ego.
Yeah.
And we all have that. You know what I'm saying? How do we deal with that? First, we have to identify what is the ego. You can be like, I don't have an ego, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So I say ego is everything that we identify ourselves with. And our meditation practice helps us in regards to that. We're wearing the hat as a husband, as a I'm the big bad Sifu, I'm the lover, I'm the provider, I'm the father, I'm the teacher. So we take away all those hats, put on the hat rack. Who are you now?
Hatless.
That's the ultimate place to be right there. And how do we get there? Not knowing. First, we have to realize we have absolutely no true understanding of who we really are. We really don't. Once you do those things, because you're still, who are you? Where are you? Really, if you're an infinite being, are you right there sitting on that chair? Only if you limit yourself.
But saying all that, why would all that be taken away from me at birth? I mean, you're supposed to have conscious memories of maybe past lives or your greater purpose, or you design a purpose, and yet
Mm-hmm.
it's all taken away from you.
Well, I'll tell you how I understand it, and a lot more people are starting to gain the same understanding. We're basically in a space, a time and space here on this earth right now where the earth is being ruled by some evil forces, brother, just to keep it simple. So they've reversed everything. They've turned good into bad, bad into good, and we don't realize that. So Sifu always told me everything is flipped upside down and inside out, and I'm starting to see that more and more now. Think about it. When we were children, that was the closest thing to having no ego that you could ever remember, but we can't really remember that. So they blocked all those thoughts by all of these things that society bring with them. Working a job that most people hate to be there. Your spirit does not want to be there. Period. It feels trapped. So, but we chose to come into this existence, right? And we're here for this experience. But my thing is, we're not here to live forever in human form. I'm not. I'm here to learn how to die and get out of here and never have to come back. To tap into my human being, the being portion, and let the human go. So we have humans. That's what happens here. They get trapped in that lower dantian. Those are humans. So to go up and get into the higher levels, that's tapping into the being. That's the superpower. That's the part of you that has to truly, truly let go. Sifu will come to me and he'd be like, Sifu. I wasn't Sifu. He would say, Lao Su. And he would do like this. Basically saying, you gotta kill yourself, bro. Not physically, but and that's what it's about. Taking off the hats, man, and stuff just starts coming to you more and more. And it's like, wow, this is where we should all be at all the time. That's the goal, to get into that space and be there all the time. We all dibble and dabble in it to some degree.
This kind of thing came up the other day with Brother Rasul, and It's like we were talking about it, and the notion came up that maybe not all people are meant for that.
Absolutely, I agree.
Well, and the other side of that is they do say that everybody's where they ought to be all the time.
Absolutely. Some people are gonna be reincarnated for sure, according to my understanding. And it's meant for them to do that. Their mission's not over yet. They got some work to do. They probably got big things to do that won't get taken care of in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Maybe
our
several
lifetimes,
lifetimes.
we think our lifetimes are long, but they're just a speck when it
That's
comes to
true. So
total
if you
time.
think about the Buddhist tradition, they have what they call a bodhisattva. So a bodhisattva takes vows to always return to earth until all human beings has been transitioned into that being. And they take vows to that. So to them, that's kind of like suffering because they look at the earth as being a place that's like pretty dirty.
Kinda.
Yeah,
And they take on that to come back, man. They give it up for that. So that's a no self. So no self. They say being is not being. Not being is being.
yeah, yeah.
And
You can
it all
wrap
makes
your
no
head around it.
sense.
It's
What's
hard.
that?
Wrapping your head around is hard.
Yeah, man. But once you start really going deeper into your meditations and just thinking about these little simple things that we talk about, it starts opening itself up more and more. And usually it's our humanity that's keeping us trapped. Sifu says, "Follow me. I have no idea of where I'm going." What is this man talking about? Basically, just saying he just gave it up, man. And that's being like a kid again, not knowing. That's when you start to give yourself to the universe, and the universe gives you everything because you move the ego out of the way. I'm the big bad teacher. Okay, big bad teacher, you're pretty much done with your learning. Tao's not going to be there, man. We're looking to be in the Tao, brother. Anyway, let's get into some practice. Anything else you want to chime in on that? Let's focus on that lower Dantian. I'll tell you what, when we're doing our Tai Chi ball practice, really focus on expanding that belly like a newborn baby. All right. And contracting that because by doing so and having our focus there, we'll begin to create heat in that area. And you want to start feeling that heat down there. And that means you're activating that Dantian more. So we're talking energetics now. Hey, that was pretty good. Anything to chime in on that? Oh, you got something? Go ahead, bro.
What about reverse breathing?
No, don't reverse breathe for this one.
Okay.
If because you're probably used to reverse breathing. I don't want you to do what you're used to.
Yeah, I actually have to focus to not do it.
Exactly. That's why I say
Gee,
don't do it.
All
almost
right.
Because
forgot
I'm the
about
same
that.
way. I'm usually reverse breathing. But now I'm gonna mindfully make myself not reverse breathe. All
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And fill it up like a baby's belly. You see how they fill up. Let's get into it.
I'm gonna turn my mic off so the dog's not freaking
Well, I'm gonna leave mine on and the dog may freak out.
out.
Hopefully not. So go ahead and get into your ready position. So the key is to become the observer. So another reason when we're doing our Tai Chi form, Sifu would always say, when you're doing your long form, don't have an enemy. Only play with energy because if you're thinking about an energy and application, your body's going to respond a certain way. So here you are knowing again. Here I am, this the big bad martial artist. I know everything. Just do the form for energy work. Follow the shapes. Go all the way out. Go all the way out to the horizon. Keep those things in mind. We don't care about that. This is what we like. All right, family. So after we bow in, we're gonna do a little Tai Chi ball, holding the hands right in front of the lower dantian. breathing in and out. I'll guide you through it. We'll do it together. All right, family. Good to see y'all today. Good to see everybody. Take a few breaths up and down midline. Really focusing on crown point taking you up while tailbone going down simultaneously. And when you're going down, tailbone going down, and also having an extension up of the crown point. Chin slightly tucked in, expanding those vertebrae, focusing on the ones behind your neck. Make sure they're open. Mud palate, call it. Pillow, right? Jade pillow. Jade pillow. Up and down. Feel your toes open. No pressure on your toes. Relax your ankles. And we'll get into it. Inhale, rising up on your next breath, going right into your bow. We'll start off with the hands or the palms right outside lower Dantian, facing Dantian, and feeling into Dantian, relaxing the body. And as you breathe in, your body is moving to your heels. Tai Chi balls coming into your body, going in. Imagine everything that's in front of you is coming into you, sucking right into that Dantian space, the entire universe, everything out there, just sucking in, pushing you into your heels, pressing into your back, on the inside of your back. And then it comes all the way in and goes out the back of you. And goes out infinitely. So keep going, family. Just like you got Dantian here, I said open, you connected to the universe. So you got lower Ming Man in the back, right? So it comes in through the front, pressing to the back, keep pressing, then it pushes out, causing expansion of the Ming Man, pushing out, goes out the back, out infinitely, and then as you bring it back in through Ming Man, you're connected at the Ming Man, flows in through Ming Man, pushes on the inside of Dantian, front side, and then it goes out, back into that siphoning again, out with the universe in front of you. So not only in front of you, all of this is in front of you too. This is in front of you. So not just here, sideways in front of you, all the way up, above your head, and then out infinitely, all the way out until it's almost gone. And just keep bringing that ball back in. Focus on that cultivating the lower Dantian. Very simple. Nothing difficult. And once you begin to feel like you're flowing, or you feel some heat, bring the ball out. Let it expand out. So it comes out this way, expanding. Now your whole belly now. All of this expanding and contracting. Don't be too physical with it. Just feeling. Relax your feet. Keep checking in with your torso, making sure everything is as relaxed as possible. Because as we stand, sometimes we accumulate tension in our various parts of the body. So start checking your feet, ankles, toes, all that stuff. Always checking it. Check into your hips, your pelvis, your waist. And release a little bit more. Release some of that weight. Always can be a little bit more relaxed. All the way in. Now this exercise, you can do this anytime. If you're sitting down, got some extra time, 1 or 2 minutes, this is focusing on that lower dantian. Now you can add this to it. Have it out far enough where you can look down like 45 degrees. Keep your head straight. Put your eyes down 45 degrees, and you're looking into the center of your Tai Chi ball. And make sure your eyes are correct. You know how we have our eyes almost closed? Almost closed, but not closed, the eyes. And once you get your eyes right, you may begin to see like what I call like the heat energy coming from your hands. You know how you look at the parking lot and you see that steamy effect or coming off the top of a car? Well, our bodies have that same thing. And if you look really close to your skin, surface of your skin, and then look in the center, you may be able to see some of that, or maybe not. Just keep breathing. Remember, full breaths. Really inflate that belly like a baby. Make it real big. And then deflate it. Follow the out breath. Just focusing on the breath and feeling, playing with the ball. Bring your hands back in towards the Dantian. Both hands. Don't touch your belly. It's right in front, real close. Now feel the space in between your hand and your body on your right hand. Focus on that space between your right hand and your body, the palm. Focus on that. And then I want you to inhale as if you're radiating the energy coming up. It's like scanning up your body, but not touching. Coming all the way up. Just scanning. Feel the heat coming from your palm. We'll do that again. Same hand. Feel your body. So here, elbows down. It's like feeling under and around your neck, side of your face. To do it one more time. Take your time. Feel the heat. Change sides. Take your time. Go slow. Radiate. Feel the energy. Go real slow. Change sides. Do 3 on both sides. Real slow. Hey. I'll know you're finished when you bring your hands back in front of your Dantian. Take your time. Don't feel rushed. Relax your legs, bend your knees a little bit. Let the energy come up your legs. Another very simple practice that is not done nearly enough. So once you come back to center, just breathe into the ball at lower Dantian, like we did in the beginning, that first exercise. Take a few breaths there. Take your time all the way in. Remember, the front of your body, everything in front of you in the universe comes into you and it passes through your body. Remember that process. Everything behind you comes into you and through the front of you. So, coming one with the universe, self with the universal self. Exercising self with the universal self. And come back into center. Let's step out into a left gongbu, left foot forward. So going from holding the ball, shifting over, keep the ball here, same place, take it with you. Stepping out, toe heel. From here, we're going to sink. Doesn't have to be much. Rise up, coil, sink. Up and down. Waterfall. Down your midline. Energy going up and down your center. Stretching up at the top. Out your wrists, coil. You know how to do it. Pull down, pull up simultaneously. Expansion, coil, pull. Relax your spine, relax your hips, your pelvis, your waist, your shoulders. Find a range of motion that's comfortable for you. When I say comfortable, I mean where you're not compromising structure, not compromising your structure. Also, make sure you're working it. Open spine. Now, at your discretion, okay? At your discretion. I don't want you to stop your flow. I want you to step up, continue flowing, step back. So here you are. You've actually changed sides, changed doors. Focus on coordinating breath and movement. The hands are coming down and up your midline very precisely, as accurately as possible, out the crown point and the tip of the tailbone. Up and down. At your discretion, step forward, step back. Now let's go with some long and shorthand. Extending the energy out, all the way out the tips of the fingers. Full range of motion. Turn from your center, from your core. Remember how we sink in the rear corners and we rise in the front corners, four corners. Also, remember how we want to feel the bottom of our feet and the working of the figure eight. Work on those things while remaining as relaxed as possible, using as little physical just relax the musculature. Just little participation from the larger muscles as possible. In other words, you don't have to contract your muscles as hard. Don't do it. Feel what's going on. Be the observer. This is that time to be the observer. Just feeling the changes in your body. That's it. Observe the changes. So you can change it up where you sink in the front also. Sink in the front, all right? Rise in the rear. Switch it up. Remember, as you sink down, crown point goes up. As you go up, tailbone goes down. Always want to have that counterbalancing of the skeletal structure. That way we don't collapse our structure. And once you get ready to cross through the center, come and do a few of upward and downwards. 1 foot forward, upward and downwards, just like the beginning of the form. Think about the energy flow for this form. So I'm going down all the way out to the horizon here, right? All the way out. Everything in front of me is coming into me now. I'm just yielding, allowing it to come in. Allow it to pass through, go out the rear. It's going below me, coming out, even on the sides. Work with that, yielding to the universe. Allow it to come in, pass through. Your body will respond appropriately, accordingly. Make sure you're getting a good weight change, empty and full. Empty and full on your legs. Check your change, at least 70% in the front leg. I would say 80% or more at this time, at this point in our practice. And once again, at your own discretion, keep your flow, change doors inside of this upward and downward. Don't stop your flow. Flow into it. Now I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We're going to reverse the motion. Push forward, going out. Arms drop down. Pull back. Inhale. Pull back from the bottom. Inhale up. Palms up. Out. Down. Like rowing a boat. Rowing a boat. Fill up that belly, family. Fill it up. Whenever you get ready, change doors. Still rowing the boat. Change doors. Extend out your fingertips, out your toe tips. Open your fingers, open your toes, relax your ankles. Connected at the universe, Dantian. Still connected. Breathing in from there, siphoning it in. All right. Let's step forward. Bring out the Tai Chi ball with you. Let's take a couple breaths across the top. Inhale up. And then exhale down center. A couple more. Inhale. Last one. We'll bring the Tai Chi ball back up in front of Dantian. Outside. We'll shift over to our right. Toe heel. Over to my left. Toe heel on my right. Stepping out. This one's going down. The other one's coming up like brush knee. We'll brush, shift, brush, shift. Do that a few times. Get a nice little flow. Now we're going to get into a little play peepaw from this side, actually. So shift back, right back into brush knee. Play peepaw. Brush knee. So after you do the peepaw, you're going to have to lengthen your stance. So your back foot has to go back out. Watch my foot. So I'll turn sideways. You come here. Because peepaw is like a little half step. Right? And then take it back. Brush knee. Little sneaky step. Take it back. Shift. Activate the K1 bowling well point. After this next one, we'll change sides. Step back. Change doors. Step forward. Do a few brush knees. And then we'll do some peepaw. And then we'll bow out. Let's get into some peepaw before our time elapses. Half step back, shift back. Brush knee. Peepaw. Toe heel, shift back. Brush knee. Peepaw. Half step. Roll back here. Brush knee. You got it now. Do a few more. It's not a step back. Remember, place your foot back first and then shift back. You don't want to just step back into that back foot, double weighted. Always shifting the weight. So here, when I shift up, my weight is on my front leg. When I stamp this foot, I don't transfer any weight. That way I can pick it up empty. Then I shift back. I'll do two more. Empty. Sink. This is like roll back. Last one. Let's step back. Step back in, inhale up, just 3 breaths of air across the top. Just relax your breath. Relax your physical body. Slow your breath down. After that stamping, you may have elevated your breath. Your rate of respiration may have gone up. Let's calm it down. Focus on Dantian. Bring the hands in front of Dantian and breathe back into a small space right below the belly button. Focus on that. Take a few breaths. Just inhale there, and then we'll do our salute, and we'll be concluded here. Make it a really small space. Relax your knees, relax your waist, relax your pelvis, your hips, all of that good stuff. And then let the Tai Chi ball come out until your palms getting heavy, sinking down, drawing up energy. Inhale up, coming right into our left-handed hollow fist. Bracing the universe. Left hand hollow fist. Inhale up. Bring it in towards your chest. Healing energy. Let it radiate from your palms. As the fingertips lead down, wash your organs all the way down. Healing energy. Removing anything that does not serve you well. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Worry, shame, and doubt, let it go. Inhale up. Breathing in to Dantian. Stepping into center. All the way up. All the way back in. Thank you, family. Good to see everybody. Hey, that was good practice, man.
Thank you, CP. That was an awesome class today.
Yep, that was fun. And
That was right on time.
A lot of stretching in, too.
Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Couldn't have never done it without you, family. Could have never done it without you.